What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics. Thanks so much for being with me. I'm going to talk about Bromantane, but how lately it's been literally my go-to chemical for jump-starting energy. Jump-starting me to do stuff. Like, you sort of have to have, ideally, a lot of things, but if you want to keep it simple, maybe one chemical. There's not many compounds out there, right? Because there's modafinil, of course, but just like not many super versatile compounds that kind of do everything to jumpstart you in gear when you need to. I'm going to list a bunch of reasons why Bromantane is it for me and just how I've been using it lately. In the meantime, you guys know the drill. What supports this broadcast is our products. Luckily, we have epic nootropic products. Number one, the Cortex stack. You can find it at LiveCortex.com, LiveCortex.com, as you see on the bottom. Look, motivation, mental energy, focus, drive to do work, verbal fluency. Speakers that speak for professional living use Cortex for that. Like, I can't tell many people on the speaker circuit, like, they're taking Cortex because it just makes you verbally fluent. Anyway, you can get auto ship or it automatically ships to your door, livecortex.com. Go do it, especially those of you regular Cortex users. If you're new to nootropics, I am talking now to you. Go snag Nootropics Ground Zero. It's a video course of me laying out how to use nootropics the right way and giving you a lot of stacks and showing you the ropes. I'll save you 4 years of like research and experimentation. Get that video course. If you're in 3-4 years and want to ascend to the 6-year plus mark, Nootropics Masterclass is where you have to be. Go get that video course. It is sick. All the courses are very information dense, and they're me teaching you things. It's just super awesome. Lastly, if you're a business person and wants to supercharge your brain performance and really foster either revenue or productivity, because ultimately that's what brain performance will foster if you have it, let's work together. Do a 3.5-month intensive brain performance consult with me, or a 6-month intensive if you got the budget. 6 months are better because then we can sort of solidify all the gains. I mean, listen, I am considered a world-renowned specialist in helping people achieve significant mental performance. I get hired by all kinds of people to help them do that. And those are two packages that we offer to anybody to do that. Not necessarily like the Wells Fargo, fleet of executives. Get all that stuff at LiveCortex.com. Okay, so Bromantane is a really interesting chemical, right? Because it's fostering tyrosine hydroxylase expression, makes you make more dopamine. The other dopamine conversion enzyme, dopa decarboxylase, fostering the function of that, making you make more dopamine. It's an actoprotector, so it allows you to, in the presence of certain types of environmental stress, thrive more. It's like you get less tired at the gym. If it's like really cold outside, you get less bothered by it. If it's really hot outside, you get less bothered by it. If you're tired, so this is where it sort of like helps me. If you didn't sleep great, or you're just sort of tired, you just end up tired for one reason or another. You went too hard at the gym. Being an actoprotector, it sort of helps you to muscle through those kind of periods where you're like tired and fatigued for one reason or another, but you have stuff to do, and or you'd rather not feel tired and fatigued, just like actually want to feel good. Bromantane allows you to do that. It should be part of everybody's dopamine restoration protocol. It is great, stacked with everything in the book, including modafinil. It's a powerful compound, but for me, it's my go-to nootropic for jump-starting energy for the following reasons. Number one, within 30 minutes of taking Bromantane, and at this stage it's 40 to 50 milligrams alone, like if I'm going to do it alone just for this strategy is my dose, I go from whatever baseline I was at, and usually I would do this if I'm in a crappy state through either my own fault or because like my cats kept me up during the middle of the night or something happened, like where I just like didn't end up feeling good. Yeah, I mean, it takes my energy from that place to like way above my baseline. It's like wanting to do things. It's just like a kick in energy, much more profoundly powerful and obviously chemically sophisticated than like a energy drink. It's like, who needs an energy drink, man, when you can just take Bromantane and it turns your brain on? I sort of like to take it also, though, if I'm just kind of normal at my baseline, which is like, okay. But I want to do something for 40 minutes. Like there's something I need to bang out and do or something for 40 minutes and just get it all done. Like, just like take Bromantane, wait 25 minutes for it to onset, and then I'm in. And then I can just do whatever it is I want to do. Sure, I could force myself to do it otherwise, but it's much better when my brain is awake. Mild amphetamine like energy. Very cool. Number two, I have a lot more motivation to do tedious work. I have a lot more motivation to do tedious work, right? People always ask in nootropics forums, like, well, what's the nootropic for, like, you know, growing facial hair? Or like, what's the nootropic to make my hamster like me? You know, questions like that. But one of them is like tedious work. And certain nootropics actually do apply to that. Tedious work that might be repetitive and that you absolutely do not like doing. And I think we all to some extent have to do some of that work. Bromantane makes it a lot easier, and it makes me actually motivated to do it. Like, okay, now I'm gonna go look at like what's the program called? It's not QuickBooks, but TurboTax, and like, oh, I'll deal with taxes. Like, oh god, it's like I hate doing that tedious crap and like doing it all and whatever it is they do on taxes. Bromantane makes it a lot easier. I'll tell you that much. Number 3, the interesting thing that I've noticed with it, like using it in this capacity, is I need less coffee when I take Bromantane, right? If I'm going to take it in the morning to like start my workday, then I need less coffee. Typically, it's just 2 solid cups of coffee, regular coffee, run-of-the-mill coffee, a little bit of creamer, vanilla creamer, hazelnut creamer. But with Bromantane, I can drink like a cup and a quarter. After like a quarter of the second cup, I'm like, you know what? I feel like if I go past that and drink the rest of the cup, I'll be in that zone where, sure, I'll have energy, but it'll be nervous energy, and I don't like that. So it actually makes me drink less coffee, which is interesting. Number 4, it doesn't mess with my sleep. It does not mess with my sleep. Now, the first time I took Bromantane, it was like 25, 30 milligrams, a long time ago. I wasn't used to it. And I took it way too late in the day, and it absolutely kept me up for a long, long time, like 30-something hours or something. Like it wasn't good. And I'm like, what is going on here? I had to get used to it, and I had to stack it with other things. I had to adjust my dose. I had to get my body. Yeah, I had to, I guess, maybe somewhat build a somewhat tolerance to it. I mean, it still kicks my ass every time, but like I can take higher doses up and down. But it doesn't keep me up. It doesn't. I mean, you know, I'm not taking it past 1, but if I take it at noon, it doesn't keep me up, man. It just gets me energized right away and doesn't mess with my sleep. When I was bulking, and now I'm still cutting, it improved my workouts. The last rep, it helped me get the last rep that I needed. Like, just like, even if I'm at the gym, and this happens to me frequently, and I'm like, I know I should do 3 more sets, and then I know I should switch to like incline press. And sometimes it's like, oh, I fucking just want to go home, right? Because whatever, the gym is weird or something's weird, right? Bromantane helps me just stick with it. Like, all right, I'll do the last 3 sets. Like, I'll do what it is I know I should be damn doing here. Bromantane just kind of puts me in that place where it's just easier to do that. So but I'm also more energized when I'm bulking at the gym. And interestingly, now that I'm in a caloric deficit, like 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week these days, I feel I'm doing it slowly, so that's why I feel like largely pretty good. But I feel like Bromantane, when I take it, it makes it so much easier. Like, it just makes it easier for me not to feel like a tad lethargic, like, you know, in a caloric deficit. You know, you don't have the energy that you typically have when you're eating maintenance or above maintenance. Like, eating a lot of food gives you a lot of energy, right? It actually helps keep me energized when I'm in caloric deficits, and especially as cuts continue going into like the latter phases, like the last phases, where you got like 5 more pounds or something, or a little bit fat until you're satisfied to lose, where energy can start to wane. Bromantane really helps that. And then lastly, it's easy and can be used on its own. Though I usually do stack it with other compounds, I don't have to. I can just take 50 milligrams Bromantane by itself, and that's it, and go to town in all these things. Like, it's just versatile, man. It just allows you to do a lot of different stuff, and it's easy. Like, you just have Bromantane. Nootropics Source now has Bromantane in stock. They've been in and out of stock. Science.bio was like the primary holder of it. Now it's like, who wants to go through them? Because it's like, whatever. They're a great company, but usually the payment process is a pain in the butt. So Nootropics Source having it is really, really awesome. It's just easy. Take your little bag, weigh out 50 milligrams or whatever your dose is, put it in a capsule, throw it down, you're done. Work time, mother effers. So it's literally just become my go-to for jump-starting energy. Those are the reasons why. I like simplicity in nootropic stacks. Like, I know which stacks are going to turn me into an absolutely insane person for 10 hours. And those are good stacks. I don't always have to be that, though, you know? I know which stacks are great for sort of chilling me out if I'm going to go camping like I did this weekend, as an example. Lithium orotate was part of my stack. Some SJW was part of my stack. Tad bit of L-theanine, part of my stack. Out in nature. It just makes sense, right? but I also know what I need when I just need to jumpstart energy. When I just need a quick go-to, a quick pick-me-up that actually lasts long and is super multifaceted. That's Bromantane. I know I've done a lot of videos on Bromantane. I'm sorry if I'm like boring you guys with Bromantane, but I love it. It's just a really cool compound, and I hope you get some benefit out of it by using it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, auto ship, LiveCortex.com, Cortex Nootropic Stack. Very, very powerful verbal fluency, motivation, mental energy, focus stack. If you're new to nootropics, can't say it enough, go get Ground Zero. Just go to LiveCortex.com. You'll see it on the homepage. The video course is quite cheap right now. Watch it and thank me later. I'll save you about 3 years of research and experimentation. These are very information-dense video courses. So is the Nootropics Masterclass. It's like the 6-year plus mark. Really getting advanced into using nootropics. Get that course if you want to be there. Again, last thing, if you're a business person or an otherwise serious person and you want to up your productivity, you just want to take care of all the pesky energy problems, hormonal problems, and brain performance problems that give you fog and function awesomely so you can do the things you know you need to get done. You can actually do them and more. Work with me, 3.5 months or 6 months. These are the funnest things I do. These are the best thing. The time I think I spend most of my time on. It's a really cool thing to take someone who's like functioning okay and certainly suboptimally, and then work in a dialing in type of process aggressively to make people function really, really awesomely. And then people are like, fucking my baseline used to suck and I will never ever go back. It's a different thing when you function really well. You live a different life. You feel completely different. Hey, relax. It's okay. My dog. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time.